Welcome, everyone. Anyone watching to the Average Aussies. It's going to be a podcast on YouTube as well, but we're going to talk Premier League, everything Premier League. I'm Leo. To my left, we have
Jim
and
Ethan.
All right. And just for anyone wondering, I go for the mighty Arsenal. We've got Liverpool. I don't want to say that word over there.
Tottenham Hotspur.
All right. Well, fellas, how are we?
Good, mate.
Good.
Finally here.
We
Spoken
are.
about it for a long time. Finally here.
It's a COVID project that's finally eventuated.
I think this is the third season. We've said we'd do it, but time pressure got us there. I think 2 weeks ago we were like, let's do it.
And we're actually in a pub in England, if you can see the paint behind us. We just
quickly
fly.
ducked over here.
We're FIFO workers.
Yeah.
Fly in, fly out.
FIFO podcasters.
No, this is our podcast here. What are we going to call it?
The Den.
The Den?
The Den, yeah,
After
I reckon.
Millwall.
She's a bit dark.
I think the Den is what Leicester call their
No,
supporter
Millwall.
base, though, isn't it?
Millwall.
Millwall.
It's Millwall, yeah.
Millwall.
Pretty sure that's
Millwall
their,
Lions.
Yeah, no. Well, it's a work in progress. We've smashed this out in like a week. So maybe once it's all finished, we can give everyone a tour of it when we've got the full setup in here.
There's only 2 walls done.
The two that
well, you
can
can't see. It looks terrible.
Looks like a bomb site.
All right, let's talk a bit of Premier League action. What do you reckon?
Let's get into it.
Yep.
So, big transfers for all our teams to start off with the start of the season. I'll start with me first of all. We've signed Jesus, who bagged a hat-trick this morning against Sevilla where we won 6-0. Absolutely stoked on that. So that's probably the best signing we've made. We've got a couple of midfielders to come in, I think. I think we need Tielemans, probably.
You think you're short in midfield?
Well, yeah, well, if Partey's injured or Xhaka is injured, then I think we're in strife. So we need like depth in the midfield.
I think the fact that you're still relying on Xhaka is a bit of an issue.
Mate, me and Zach were talking about this last night, Zach Brooks, about how good Xhaka has been.
In pre-season or
Just like
back
even the end of last season,
yeah.
like the way he can like fold into like different positions and mould in a team. It's when he just has to do his job and that's it, when he's not trying to do like anything
Be the
else.
captain.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the sort of player that can rely I think he crumbles a bit under high pressure. So I think like when he sort of became a bit of a main man at Arsenal and captain and stuff, like you can see with his discipline it's terrible. And I think that let him down. And some players you see that once a captaincy comes off them, they're twice the player they are with it. Other players it brings them up. I think with him it tore him down.
Yeah, for sure. So we need cover for him. We need cover for Partey. So I want Tielemans and maybe a winger too. But we've got Vieira, who's like unseen. He hasn't played in pre-season because he's been injured. So all reports he's pretty good, but I guess we'll find out once he like gets a game.
Is he attacking or defending mid?
No, he's just like a central midfielder, I'm pretty sure.
Not Patrick's son, is it?
I wish it was Patrick's son. So he's got big boots to fill with the surname. But
Yes, definitely.
other than that, what are some of the other big signings we've made? Other than Jesus, like we just needed a striker, really. And we've got a striker that's bagging goals. Like I know it's only pre-season, but if he's bagging goals like that, especially hat-tricks, like it's not normal for us to just go out and like smash teams like that. I haven't seen Arsenal do that for a long time. So
Look, he proved himself pretty well at City. Some might argue that his consistency wasn't fantastic, but also I don't think he ever got a great run of games under Pep.
No.
With Pep's tactics and stuff, like false nines and playing centre-backs who knows where and stuff, I just don't think that Jesus sort of really got the opportunity to shine. Whereas I think at Arsenal he can be the main man.
He's now the main man. Yeah, he's taken the 9 jersey. I mean, he's got Nketiah too, but who knows? They might even play together. But yeah, I'm just really stoked that we've got a like full-on goal scorer. Very Ian Wright-esque from like the stuff that he's been. Everyone's right, and he's like the next Ian Wright. You obviously got a lot to do to like make that come true. But
well, the other side of North London, we got another big striker. Hey, Richarlison.
I know. The pigeon. He's one of 6. I don't think he's our best signing. I think Basuma and Perisic are. We needed a dirty, hard tackling midfielder, and I think Basuma's going to do that. We've got, I think, 5 mids to pick from, but it's depth now. Depth is going to take us from 4th and 5th the last few seasons up to hopefully 3rd or 2nd.
But Perisic hasn't played yet, has he? You brought him.
He played this morning. He
did play.
He played against Roma.
Not like full minutes though.
I don't think so. I haven't watched the full highlights yet, but he was on there for a bit.
And he's sort of transitioned into a wing back through his career, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So that suits under Conte, doesn't it?
Yeah, and he played for Conte and played really well at Inter. So I'm excited because we need more out-and-out wing backs. I think we were playing a little bit of a cut model where he was playing. We were a back four. Conte came in, made us a back three. Some players did well. I think Davies did really well. Romero did really well, but I think moving Royal out to the wing back, he just wasn't good enough. Wasn't good enough at all.
So Perisic would play on the right-hand side?
I think he's a left footer, Perisic.
Okay. He'd be on the right-hand side,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and he's floating Lucas Moura as an option to play wing back as well. So more of an out-and-out attacker. I don't think Lucas can tackle, but he's fast, he's fit, and he always gives 110. So
isn't that just modern football though? Like especially with teams that play the back three and then wing backs, you see these players that like Perisic, Moura, like traditionally they were attacking players, wingers, even like Trent Alexander-Arnold at Liverpool playing right back. Like they're the sort of players that 10, 15 years ago you would see as a winger in a team, and now they're 100%. Playing in the fullback role.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's as you said, modern football. Basuma, how do you think? Did you think he was really good because he was in that Brighton side, or?
I don't know. To be honest, I didn't watch too much of him.
Has he played for you? He's been playing for you guys in pre-season?
Yeah, just on and off. We're still starting our main Højbjerg and Bentancur.
Yeah.
Because I think they are still our best mids, but it's just depth now. We have to play the Champions League, which we didn't last season. So that's why just covering in every position. If we want to go up with the big boys, we have to do that. Better than we have been. You can't bring on substandard players at the 60th minute to try to win a game. You need to have a full-on 25-man squad that can play FA Cup, League Cup, Champions League and Premier League.
For sure.
Yeah, that's always been your problem, I think. Like, you know, and then, you lose someone like Kane or Son, like there wasn't anyone ever to sort of step into it.
No.
So...
And then, Lenglet, I don't know much about him. He's on loan from Barca, but apparently he's decent. But I'm mainly looking forward to see Perisic. And
that's what I'm glad we haven't done this year, is just like loan players to like fill holes and stuff like that. I'm glad that we've like bought players for that role. Like not like, squad. We'll fill you in now, like while we can get someone in. Like we're building a squad now.
Not like when you signed that guy on loan, injured, and then he left again. Who was that? A couple of years ago. Centre mid, Kim Kallstrom.
Oh, Kim Kallstrom, I think we bought him with a broken back.
That was it. Never played
with a broken back. He never played a game and then left. That was one of Arsenal's more.
He went a little bit, at the end, didn't he?
Yeah.
But we don't need to get into that.
No. But do we have the next Golden Boot winner?
Darwin. Look, I was thinking about this morning. What I find very interesting is, yet again with modern football, so we signed him, right? I think our first preseason game, Klopp played 3 different teams for half an hour each in the game against United.
Yeah.
And apparently, by all means, like Darwin didn't have a great 30 minutes that he played, but he got written off within 30 minutes.
Yeah, he did. He did.
And then
Absolutely got hammered
all over
on.
social media is just like, oh, he's a flop,
Twitter
he's a flop, he's a flop.
just lit up.
And I just find that crazy that you've given the man half an hour of a preseason game and people turn that quickly.
I guess it's how much did you pay for him?
Well, as it turns out...
add-ons, and we didn't actually pay that much. Is that
No, that's not what I was going to say.
Okay,
I don't have the exact figure in front of me. What I was going to say was, given that little bit of time, he's since gone and scored, I think, 3 or 4 goals against someone in pre-season. Maybe it was Leipzig.
Yeah.
And then and he scored
4.
overnight.
He scored 4,
was it?
I'm pretty sure.
And he scored overnight, like to seal the game, first trophy of the season, going to Liverpool with the Community Shield. So and Haaland missed from an absolute sit-up.
Yeah, well, he did the same thing that Darwin did at the start of the season, like missed a heap of chances apparently. So
and I'm not, by no means am I writing off Haaland.
I am, fuck.
I just think that players they don't get the time to settle, but I do believe that Darwin Núñez will do well. Whether or not he'll be Golden Boot winner, I don't know. I think. Well, do we want to talk about Golden Boot winner now, or shall we do our predictions?
Oh, we'll wait.
Okay.
Have you made any other decent transfers. That, like, I feel like you've lost a lot of players and haven't really gotten any back.
We haven't lost a great deal.
Yeah.
I mean, I think for us, like, we brought in Calvin Ramsey, a young right back from Aberdeen.
Yeah.
And that, I guess, we lost Nico Williams to Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Well, not lost as much as I'd say, like, he wasn't really getting game times. He's hardly going to start over Trent.
Yeah.
So I guess Calvin fills that hole. Darwin Núñez come in, obviously, like, he's not really... Well, I guess one could argue he's replacing Mane, but Mane wasn't like he played centre forward sometimes, but Núñez is a very different player to what we've had in a long time.
Yeah.
So, and then we got Fabio Cavallo from Fulham, a young attacking midfielder who the Fulham are going to miss him, I think. But yeah, so we haven't signed a great deal.
Yeah, I feel like you've signed a bit of youth, but have you signed anyone that you're obviously going to have big games this season because you'll be challenging again?
Look, I think like with Liverpool, and this happens every year, like Klopp gets berated for not signing enough players. But then we're still always there or thereabouts with things. Sure, you want a lot of, you want signings. Like every football fan wants signings for their club.
Yeah.
But I think that Klopp realises that, like, for him, a tight-knit squad with good team morale is more important than just getting a player in for a player's sake. So if the player isn't available, he's not just going to get whoever.
My thing is, like, I feel like the last, 3 or 4 years, you haven't really lost anyone either. You've kind of kept that core squad, but now you've got a few outgoings and...
Well, the only real big one that we've lost is Mane.
Yeah, okay.
And we got Luis Diaz come in
that's
January.
true. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah, so that sort of almost replaced Mane before he left. So
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, look, you always want more players, but in Klopp we trust.
In Klopp we trust. I think a big signing is Sterling to Chelsea.
Huge.
Yeah. I can't believe he's only 27.
I know, he's been around for...
I thought he was in his
since
30s.
Cross was a kid. Yeah,
he was a young pup when he was at Liverpool. I can remember him really young.
He's only about 16 or so.
So I think, well, what's he going to play there? I feel like he might even go more centrally there.
Yeah, I don't know.
It'd be interesting to see what they do with him, but...
They like the big forwards, but like the tall forwards, I think Lukaku is obviously not there anymore.
Didn't work out for them
really
at all.
Habits, no.
That was almost as bad as Pogba, I think.
That was a soldado of a signing.
Oh, God. Soldado.
It's got to get mentioned in the first podcast. Soldado. We need a Soldado jersey up here somewhere, please. Get one.
No, we don't sign Soldados
where does he
anymore.
play now?
Villarreal, I think.
Oh, okay.
No, Villarreal, and he's decent, but he was honking for Spurs.
To be fair, I think you can put his Spurs career off as a bit of an anomaly because, he was good before and after, but just didn't seem to come in England.
Being with Kane, you can't, unless you're really good, you're just going to not play. He just came on late when Kane was injured. I think he might have played 40 games and scored 3 or 4 outfield goals. Terrible. But we don't sign players like that anymore, I don't think. I think we're trying to build a team of champions. I mean, a champion team rather than a team of champions.
Yeah.
Buy solid players to almost what Klopp's done with Liverpool. I think Conte's trying to do that.
Everyone wants to do what Klopp's done. How about what Arteta's doing? No, I'm not going to go there.
I think that we should move on, personally.
Some transfers. I think
the one big signing that we haven't spoken about is Haaland.
Yes.
Is he going to fly, soar like an eagle? Surely. A bold prediction here is I reckon Kevin De Bruyne is going to be the player of the season. I feel like he's been flying under the radar with Salah hanging around and stuff like that. That guy is a player. And him feeding Haaland scares me.
Yeah.
A lot.
City are scary.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. And Haaland just adds into it.
Yeah. So that will be interesting to see. We'll move on to, I guess, our top 4, who we think is going to be thereabouts. Any overachievers, underachievers, we'll discuss that. So, Nudo.
All right.
Your top 4.
My top 4.
Oh, hang on. Before we do that, I forgot to tell everyone. You can see a empty microphone and a nice Liverpool jersey sat here for our 4th member, Jenga, who's actually gone down with COVID. He's missed the first episode of the Average Aussies, but he's here in spirit.
Yeah.
And
he's probably having spirits right now.
He's definitely having spirits now. He'll be here next week to he'll really liven things up for everyone. If you find us boring, I'm sure Jenga will add a bit of fire.
The volume will go up.
The volume will increase exponentially. So yeah, top 4.
Top 4, right? Well, I think it's
Get
no
one ready.
surprise that I'm backing my boys Liverpool.
Yeah, I guess you got to. Really.
I guess you go. That's exactly right. Like,
You have a leg to stand on.
to be honest, I feel like City, Liverpool, like, I don't know, you can't look past City, but I'm not going to not back Liverpool.
Yeah.
Right? You know, I think that we can do it. So I've got Liverpool winning,
Yep.
and then I've got City coming second.
Yep.
I think United, I've said this for a few years, like their squad is good enough to win the league, but there seems to be, and I don't know if it's changing. Like, okay, Ronaldo obviously ruined that dressing room. There's no doubt
I
about
don't think
that.
he did. Why? How can a winner ruin a dressing room? That's
Because
what
you look at
people
him
keep
and
saying that.
You look at him and Bruno in games, and their attitude
'Cause-
towards other players. Like, okay, imagine
Bruno's a different entity altogether, I think. But Ronaldo, like, if he's calling for the ball and you're not giving him the ball and you're fucking losing,
But that's I think the point is right is that like no team should just be about one guy, no matter who it is. And I think that Ronaldo has a shit attitude.
I think Ronaldo's biggest thing is every manager now wants everyone to track back, and Ronaldo's never going to track back. He's never going to defend. He's never going to he'll do a bit here and there. He'll chase someone down once every now and then, but he's not going to come in and slot in it right back. And no, he's staying on halfway.
You know what
He's
you
won
said
the ball.
before? Spurs are trying to build a
Champion team, not a team of
rather than a
champions,
team of
that's right.
champions. Well, that's United have done. United have been doing the complete opposite. But I think under Ten Hag and some of the signings that he's made, I do believe that they will improve. I think that they'll
So
come
you're calling
third.
them third?
I'm calling them third.
Wow.
Oh, big,
No way.
Bold predictions from the Figos over here.
And I'm calling Spurs to come in fourth because I feel like under Conte they will improve
They'll be there.
dramatically.
Just where?
After that. Anyway, that's enough from me. Ethan, you want to tell us yours, mate?
Sure. So first, I am going to say Liverpool this year. I think they're head to head with City. They're completely equal, but the one thing that City don't have, that Liverpool do, is Liverpool will want it more, I think, because they didn't win last year. That's the only difference. I think if Haaland comes in and beats Dortmund Haaland, then City will win, but I don't think that will happen. I think signing the best player in the world and bringing them into the Premier League is always very difficult.
Yeah, but not when you play for City. Sorry, that's just my 2 cents there.
I just think he'll start hot. If he gets injured, then
I guess that's one
fair
thing to
enough,
take into
but
consideration.
I don't think you can bring someone in like that. It's like United bringing Ronaldo in last year. Everyone was super excited. He's coming in. He's going to score 40 goals. Didn't happen. Second, City, obviously.
Just didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Right?
I'm glad it didn't happen. United.
Average Aussies, Premier League. You've got myself over here. We've got Ethan. Why don't you tell the camera a little bit about yourself, Ethan? Who you go for? Why you go for him?
Ethan, I go for the mighty Tottenham Hotspur. Have since 2008. Nudo got me onto the Premier League because every time I went to his house, that's all he used to watch. So he said, pick a team. So we played FIFA, and I think Spurs were 4 stars out of 5. So I thought, that looks good. Not knowing that I'd become obsessed and watch them every weekend for 14 years. So 2008, I started following Spurs. Everyone knows we haven't won a trophy since then. So I think I started following them a month after we won the League
what
Cup.
a sad time.
Oh, it has been a time. But this is the year. Conte. In Conte, I trust.
Bloody oath. And next on our Get to Know You segment, we've got James Figos Newton. Tell everyone a bit about yourself, Nudo.
How much? How long have we got?
How long's a piece of string?
Well, yeah, I'm a Liverpool fan. Have been for 16 years. But I've played football my whole life. And then pretty sure Dad treated us to Foxtel after the 2006 World Cup, which was the Socceroos' first in like 32 years or something like that. And sort of same thing, just got watching it. Didn't mind a few teams, but was just drawn to Liverpool. I think having Harry Kewell there at the time helped. And didn't realise how much I'd fall in love and become obsessed with it to the point of I just watched any football I could, right down to like get up in the middle of the night to watch a League One game. So yeah, it's been my passion ever since, and up the Reds, in Klopp we trust.
I was going to say you would be our resident football knowledge
He's Wikipedia of football.
the Wikipedia of football over
Well, I
here.
hope I can live up to it.
Yeah. And I'm Leo. I go for Arsenal, the mighty Gooners. Well, when did I start watching football? I guess I didn't really start watching. I started playing with these guys when we were 15 or something like that. And yeah, just kind of fell in love with the sport. But then what got me into Premier League was we had Foxtel at home. So I was able to go home and like you'd get home on a Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock. It's the EPL highlights. And I was like watching it. And I remember seeing a Blackburn free kick go into the wall. And I was like, wow, that's so cool. Like to think to do that. And I just started getting into it. And I had an Arsenal jersey from, I don't know, Mum bought me an Arsenal jersey along somewhere. So I had one in there, and then I kind of started to be aware of Thierry Henry, and I was like, that's pretty cool. And then I bought the game FIFA, and Arsenal's the first team that you pick on FIFA, and I was like, yep, that's a sign, that's a team for me. So yeah, I've been an Arsenal supporter for a while now. It's tough, but we get there, and hopefully this year is the year that we can actually do something decent. But yeah, next week we'll hopefully have Jake to tell you about how much he loves Liverpool and hates everyone else. And after that friendly message from our sponsors, let's get back into it. Relegation, Ethan.
So I'll kick us off. I think Fulham, they're boring. They're a vanilla club. If Mitrovic doesn't fire, he does for his national team, but he didn't last time he was in the Premier League. So I just see them going down. I think they'll come last by a country mile.
Yep.
Nottingham Forest, don't think so. I said they were going to go well, so I'm going to put it on Bournemouth. I think not good enough to stay up. I think those two will come straight up and straight back down. Now, the third one, I think Everton Football Club.
Yes!
I think they're gone. Honestly, they haven't signed anybody of note. I think they were dreadful in the
They've
last
signed
6
people.
months. Who have they signed?
Dwight McNeil.
Might as well be no one. They were terrible. No one was playing for the shirt. I think they haven't changed anything since then. I think they're going down.
Yeah.
It's a big call, but I can understand
They
it.
have been terrible even in pre-season, just shocking.
Losing to who'd they lose to? Like Minnesota?
Yep, Minnesota.
Yeah, pumped, useless. Anyway, Figos,
All
hit
right,
me. What have you got?
relegation for me. I'm with Ethan.
I want some controversy.
Well, not controversial at all, Fulham. They are literally the definition of a yo-yo club.
Yeah.
I think this is maybe like in the past 6 seasons, they've gone up, down.
Yeah.
Like, and it's going to happen again. They've come up, they're going to go down again.
Yeah.
Mitrovic, like, I think his level is championship.
Yeah.
Like, he's had opportunities in the Premier League. I mean, could prove us wrong, but he's had the
How
opportunity
old is he?
before.
He's old now, isn't he?
Oh, he'd have to be late 20s maybe.
Yeah,
Surely.
possibly older.
Yeah.
I think he had a good spell in the Premier League 5-6 years ago for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I think Fulham will go down. And they've lost Cavallo, who was big for them. He's come to us. And I don't think they've made any signings of note.
Yeah.
Nothing that I've read about. So they're going down. I'm with you, Bournemouth, yet again. I
feel like we've all got the same.
Well,
I mean, it's
look,
not, it's, yeah.
Bournemouth did well in the championship.
Yeah.
As we all know, it's quite a step up. And I just can't see him staying up.
Yeah.
I think the reason that they stayed up all those years was Eddie Howe, and he's gone now.
Yeah, he's
so.
gone. He's gone to
Scott
Newcastle.
Parker's doing it right there.
We didn't even say Newcastle as overachievers. Like, they could.
They could, but
Anyway, I
And then
digress.
my other one is Leeds. They only survived by the skin of their teeth last year, and they've lost Rafinha to Barcelona.
Yeah.
Somehow Barcelona
That's
has come
my
up
thing,
with
yeah.
money where they don't know where from.
Oh, yeah.
And then the centre mid, Phillips has gone to Man City.
Yeah. Massive loss.
Two
Yeah, massive
huge
loss.
players for
Yeah.
them. I can't see them staying up.
No, well, that's
So, yeah,
pretty
that's
much mine of Fulham, vanilla, disgusting, yo, just stay down. Just go to League One. Just win League One over and over and over again.
Agreed.
Just stay there. Like, please don't come back. I've got Leeds going down. I just think, two massive losses. American manager, I'm not sure about. Like, who knows? He could prove us wrong. They're a big club. They've got the support. They've got everything they need to stay up. But I just don't think they will. They, as you said, they hung on by the skin of their teeth. So
Yeah.
And my third, I've got 3 teams here that could just duke it out. It was Bournemouth. I got Nottingham Forest. I think, or it's like the first season, they could have the great first season, second season syndrome, but you never know. And I got Brentford.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Brentford
Second
can.
season syndrome.
They did all right and whatever, but like,
They lost Ericsson as well.
yeah, like he saved their season. If they didn't have Ericsson come in, they were gone anyway. So this could be the season they go back down. But from that, we'll go to who's your first manager sacked. I'll go first on this one. I've got Frank Lampard. I think he'll go first. I think Everton are dog shit.
Look, I got to agree with you there. I mean, I know he saved them. He saved them from relegation, if you want to call it that. But like, I don't know if that's something to celebrate.
No,
Like it's coming. What they like 17th, 16th?
Yep.
Like they're Everton.
yeah,
Like they're meant to
They should be pushing.
so much better than that.
Yeah.
And when they signed Lampard as like when they got him as manager, I said that's a terrible decision.
yeah.
And
You need
it
that
borderline
dogged
was the
manager that's
worst
been
decision.
around forever.
yeah,
like,
because you almost just let him go down. And
Yeah.
as you said, Ethan, they haven't signed anyone, and I just can't see. I can't see Lampard like making it happen there. So I agree. He's
Yeah.
gone.
Their
Yeah.
fans will turn on them as well. I think their fans
That's
were
what I mean,
good
yeah.
last year. They stayed there. They were there when they were
they want things to happen
losing
this
every
season.
game. But yeah, this year they'll be like, we're not coming 15th again.
Mm.
And I think they won't be able to perform. And
So we've
They'll
all got
turn
the
on
same manager getting sacked first.
I don't. I think Eddie Howe will get sacked. I
Ooh.
think if Newcastle don't hit the ground running and win, I think 50, 60% of their first 10 games, I think the new board will just
Yeah,
change their mind
Ruthless,
quickly.
you
I
reckon?
think so.
I guess. But you look at Man City when they got oil money. They didn't start red hot. They had their Stephen Islands and whatnot. So like, I think they still need to have room for Newcastle to grow a bit. I just don't think like that last season was their first season with anything. They haven't really made any major signings. They got that Gamirez, who's a quality player, like one of the big ones. So I don't know. I reckon they should give him a bit of time. I think it'd be.
They should. Yeah,
He's a
but will they?
good manager. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Well, I guess we're going to find out what kind of owners they are.
If they start poorly, then I think he's gone.
Yeah, it'd be-
I don't think he's going to be given the opportunity to bet in for a couple of years and make things happen. I think he might have more than 10 games, but I don't think he'll be first sacked. But if they're not doing well, he's gone.
I mean, in terms of not doing well, we're talking below 10th.
Yeah, poorly.
I think that
say they're sitting 7th, 8th,
I think that
halfway
I
through the
think that they'd
season.
be happy with
they're
that.
fine with that.
I think that that's okay. I think that if
That'd
they
be
make
great for them,
Europe,
7th.
Yeah.
I mean poorly. If they
You mean like
they
duking it out
lose
down the bottom?
70% of their first 10 games, I think, and it won't be so much that it's Eddie Howe. I think they'll be like, we want to be the top dogs now, so we want to bring in a big manager.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know they've got I don't even know if there's that many big managers out there to bring in. That's the thing.
Ange Postecoglou, maybe.
Oh, what a shout!
Can't wait till he gets into the Premier League.
That'd be good. That'd be good to see an
Don't
Aussie in
want
there.
that.
Oh,
Golden boots. Who have we got? Who have we got running? I can tell you who's yours is going to be.
no, I
can tell you
don't have
who yours
Harry.
is going to be.
I don't have Harry. I wrote HA, and then I sat here for a minute thinking, should I write Harry? But I think it's Erling Haaland.
Oh.
I think he's too good. I think he'll start in the first 6 weeks. I think City have got 4 of them are bottom 6 teams. So
Yeah.
I think he'll score a brace in his first game, and I reckon he'll score 5 after 5 games at least.
Yeah, that's fair. Figures. Who are you running? Mo Salah.
Well, why'd you ask me the question, Leo? If you were
I
going to
want
let
to
me
hear your
answer.
reasons why.
Look,
And then I'll give you my reasons why he won't.
I don't know if Salah will, to be perfectly honest with you. Not that I don't have faith in him, but there is so many potentials in it this year. It could be Kane, it could be Haaland, it could be
Son.
could be Son, it could be
Give us a bit of love. Come on.
It could be.
There's
could be Darwin.
This is ridiculous. I don't even know why I come here.
Look, could be, but I don't think that you're going to have as good as a year as you would hope.
That happens every year. How about this year we change it and I have a good as year as we hope?
But if you're going to make me get off my fence and make a call, like with the league and how I went with Liverpool over City, I'll do it again. I'll go with Salah getting it over Haaland.
Yeah, I don't think he will. He signed his retirement fund. I think that's it for him. I think it's all downhill for Mo Salah now. Bold
that's
prediction.
a big call.
That is,
That's huge.
A little bit bitter, maybe.
No, I don't have anything against the bloke. He's a good footballer, but I just think like you sign that bumper contract, and it happens all the time. They sign those big deals, like he's set now. He's set. What? How much is he earning now?
Oh, I don't know off the top of my head.
It's a lot, though. You know that. Like it's highest. He's
our
paid player.
highest ever player.
Is he the highest paid player in the Premier League?
No, not by far.
What's he on? I thought he was on like 400.
Yeah,
plus.
but like Ronaldo's on like 600,000 or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
but
Ronaldo's not going to be there.
Yeah, but then even like
KDB's on
City
550, I think.
Yeah,
Is he actually?
the majority of City squad would probably be on more than Salah. I think so much was made out that like Salah's great, Salah wants all his money, da 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 da. But I think relative, whilst I understand Liverpool's wage structure and what they're trying to build, I think what Salah was asking for relative to other Premier League players and world footballers was, considering what he's done,
Yeah, I'd
very
pay him
fair.
whatever he wanted.
And I don't think. I mean, God, we're talking about ridiculous amounts of money. So one could argue and say, yeah, like he's money hungry. But at the same time, I think he just, like in any occupation, like he wanted what he was owed,
Yeah.
which is fair enough. And I don't think he'll lose the drive that he's had,
Yeah.
based purely because he's gotten a big contract.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see.
What about you, Leo? Who you got for Golden?
Look, I'm unbiased. See, that's my thing. I'm unbiased, right? And I'm going to go. Who do you think I'm going to go with?
I reckon you're going to, looking at the pain in your eyes, I think you're going to say Harry Kane.
No.
Oh.
Son. I think Son will win Golden Boot. I think he's one of the best players in the Premier League, unfortunately.
He is, though.
And
He's a top bloke.
yeah. And I just think it's his time to shine. I'll see how he goes. He's duking it out with Gabriel Jesus for it, but, you know, I think, that's my prediction, trying to be unbiased, and that's it for my unbiasedness from the rest of the podcast on. It's all Arsenal.
If Haaland takes penalties, I think that makes
that's the other thing.
Son
Who's
doesn't
on
take pens.
Yeah,
he won the
true.
Golden Boot off outfield goals.
Well, then that just makes my prediction look stupid, doesn't it? I didn't even think about
No, but
penalties.
he did it last year.
Yeah, I mean, if he's pushing without penalties, then he's pretty good.
Maybe if Harry Kane wasn't so selfish, he could let Son take.
Mate, please.
don't know.
Have you seen his penalty rate? It's
I
one of
don't
the best in the world.
watch Spurs, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I couldn't
Well,
be
you
bothered.
should. It's a bit of an education piece.
Shows me how bad things
I
could
can't think of a time in the last 3 seasons that he's missed a penalty. There would be obviously times, but he just does not miss them. He just does not miss them.
But I also, who knows?
Who knows what could happen? There's a lot of season to happen ahead.
What do we got next, Leo?
Well, do we want to go through our FPL teams? I just want to have a chat about, like, we obviously all avid FPL players, so we're going to try and keep on top of that this season, like keep you up to date with how many points we get in each season, where we're coming in Australia, you know, overalls, our own league.
I think that we
obviously.
can. We'll quickly say our 11s. I think.
Yeah, sure.
Don't have to go too extensive, but for me, I've got
Oh,
Marquez.
you've got yours written down.
I've got it written
wow.
down.
Fig
Yeah.
has come very organised this podcast. I'm really enjoying it. I love the pen too. The pen tapping on the paper, like searching for his information. You
Yeah,
just,
like I don't know. It's
Like a
just-
reporter.
BT Sports. If you've got a job,
Yeah, please.
send it over this way.
Anyway, I've got Martinez in goals, my old mate. Personally, I think just quickly on that.
I can't wait to watch him cry again when he loses to Arsenal.
I don't.
Did he?
Oh, basically, and then just comes out and whinges about how bad Arsenal were to him. But, bro, it's been like 2 years. Get over it. Like, go away.
Sounds like a bad breakup.
Yeah, I wonder if we don't get to see if Spurs would cry if they lose to Arsenal, because they don't lose to Arsenal.
Anyway, moving on. I've got Martinez in
Yeah,
goals.
please
I don't understand. I personally go for cheap goalies.
Yeah, there's no
because
point.
there's not enough relying on clean sheets to get points out of them. So yeah.
No.
I've got Trent, Trippier, and Zinchenko.
Yep.
Be happy with that.
Yeah.
I like to go for assists in defence because yet again, I don't think you can rely on points from clean sheets.
No, you want goal scoring centre backs and wing
Yeah,
backs.
or like wing
like your
backs
Van
who are gonna,
Dijks, your,
like, whip
your
in
headers,
yeah.
you're like,
I've got Salah, he's my captain. Luis Diaz, Coutinho, and Pedro Neto from Wolves. And then up front, I've got Havertz, Kane, and your mate.
Gabriel Jesus. Why you got him in your team? He's not going to score any goals, apparently.
Because there was a budget that I had to work to.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, then tell us what, mate.
All right. So starting at the back, I went with an expensive keeper this season.
You obviously don't know how to play.
Yeah, I always do it, and then I'm like, oh, okay. Then I sell and get.
To be fair, what'd you come last year in our league? You did pretty well,
Second,
didn't you? Yeah.
best I've ever done, but I didn't have an expensive keeper.
Yeah.
I've still got time. I've got
I'll change my
3
team
days to
another
change.
5 times before.
yeah. I think, but I try not to just follow what the pundits do and pick those teams because I try to.
You want to have your differentials. That's
Yeah,
how
I want to
you-
throw
that's
in
how
a
you
few
make
differentials.
points.
And that's how I'll beat Andrew. Allison at the back, I think. Clean sheets, I'm just going. He's only $1 million more than your cheap mid-table keepers that make lots of saves, so give it a go. Trent, so I won't touch on that. Perisic, I think he's going to be in a lot of players' teams this year. Conte's going to play him as a wing-back. Hopefully he starts. We'll see if he starts him every game.
That's why I haven't got him in my team.
But hopefully some assists. The other ones I just went with cheap, Mings and Vestergaard, because they're cheap. Midfield, Salah, Buendia. I think he's a great shout. I think he's going to overperform. Coutinho, I didn't have him last year, and that was
Yeah,
one
you
of the
a lot of
biggest
players that didn't have him in the
differentials.
team.
Yep.
For that little period anyway, he kind of fell off the bench. I had him for a bit when he was hot, and
Yeah.
then I had to sell him because he was just
he dropped off.
He went to nothing. Did he get injured? No, maybe
No, he didn't.
something
No,
happened. He
yeah.
just went to shit.
Sun Heung-min, captain. He's too good to not have in there, I think. Up top, I went big. I went Erling Haaland.
Big.
I did that last year with Ronaldo. I brought him in.
I think everyone did last
Yeah.
year. You had
Just
to have Ronaldo
bit
in
of
your team at some
excitement.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Mitrovic, I'm giving him another
just
go.
bagged Mitrovic. You've just bagged Mitrovic, like literally.
It's hard because you select all those players and you get to the end and you're like, I should have only got 6 million. Like, who's
Yeah.
going to buy him?
Exactly.
And
So I went
Mitrovic is
Haaland.
there
You want to
waiting.
rework your entire team to get the one you want. That's what I do.
Yeah. So, yeah, over to you, Leo.
Not bad. I've got Raya in goals. A lot of people go on Raya, the cheapest, one of the cheapest goalkeepers. 4.5. I've got Alexander Arnold as my captain because a lot of the first games of the seasons are clean sheets. There's a lot.
Interesting.
So I always captain a back to start the season. Cancelo, James, and Gabriel. Gone big in defence for that reason. You like to start strong. I listen to a lot of FPL podcasts. Well, I didn't last year, and to my detriment, I went terribly. So I've gotten back on the bandwagon. Shout out to the Scoutcast if you're watching. So my midfield's where I've gone a bit different. Like everyone's gone Salah. I've sacked Salah. I've gone with De Bruyne. I just think that he's going to have a cracking season, and I just, have him in my team. I've got Bailey from Villa, Luis Diaz, and I've got Mahrez, but there's a lot of 8 million midfielders out there that you can interchange with. Like I was going with Sterling, but he's 10 million. But you got your Mahrez, your Diaz, Saka's 8 million. There's a lot of good 8 million options.
If you can pick the right City midfielder that Pep plays, they often get big.
Well, that's the thing. Like
big
Mahrez has got more game time now. Like Jesus has gone, Sterling's gone. So
Yeah, that's true.
he's got more room to move.
And I
so
think he just re-signed as well.
yeah.
Mahrez
So
on a big.
if he starts bagging goals, then I think he's going to be like a City player that flies under the
Yeah.
radar. Not many people have. And up top, I've gone with Jesus because I honestly think he'll score goals. That's what we've been missing for the last season. So we've got a goal scorer. They're going to go in, and I've got Kane. So that's my team. Hopefully that does me all right. My bench is I got Nico Williams on the bench and Andreas
Yeah, I got Nico as
and
well.
Greenwood. Yeah, I think he's just a great shout for 4.5 million for a bit of a rotation player.
Yeah, and I think he'll get minutes.
Yeah, he's definitely an enabler.
Yeah.
Like helps you like keep cheap,
Yeah.
still scores your points, can put that money into other parts. So yeah, that's the fantasy section. I guess we want to go through a few of the games for round one.
Yeah.
Why don't we just
Go through the big ones.
Well, why don't we
Pick out our own teams first.
Yeah.
If you haven't noticed, we've got a run sheet in front of us for a little squiz. We'll start at the top because that's the opening game of the season. You start with the best, of course, Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. And, I just think Arsenal it'll be tough. I think it's actually a hard game. I don't really want to start with Crystal Palace. Like, they had our number last year.
Home?
Yeah, at home.
I think you'll have it on them there.
I hope so.
I'd be
Like,
tipping Arsenal in that match.
but, it could go full Arsenal and just get done 3-0 at home.
Full
opening
Arsenal.
season.
That's the issue, isn't it?
But no, we will smack them. Anyway. Anyone else got any thoughts on that game? You all think Arsenal are going to win? Ethan, you got to say
I think
it. Sorry.
so. Yeah, they're
As I
versing
said,
Vieira. So
it's
there's that.
it's a tough game to start. Actually, no, it's Arsenal. We're away. I've written that the wrong
Well,
way
that's
around.
different. I think.
That's why I asked. That's massively different.
Having Vieira at the helm is a bit of a romance, but it'd be good if he was returning to the Emirates. bit of romance there, but going
You already
to
have. I'm pretty sure
Vieira's.
on you. They beat us, I think, last year.
I just think that Palace
They
are one of
beat
those
you.
teams that at home,
Oh, we drew or some shit. I don't know. I tried to forget what
Palace
happened.
at home, they literally have the 12th man
Yeah.
at Selhurst Park. They're like, I seriously think like they're one of those teams that I don't have the stats right here in front of me, but I can probably guarantee you that the majority of their points every year and what keeps them in the league is their games at home.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Anyway.
that could be interesting. I'm changing my tip now to a draw, 2-2 draw.
Okay, I still think we'll win. But anyway, we'll go next is Fulham Liverpool. I've written that the right way around. It's Fulham away for Liverpool to start the season. You're just going to walk over the top of them, surely.
Look, you don't want to touch wood, but yeah, I mean, as I said, I just can't see Fulham doing much this year, and I can see us doing a bit. So yeah, I think that we'll have them there.
Yep.
Big
Ethan,
start for Darwin, I think. I think
Yeah,
if he starts, he'll
probably-
score a brace.
Bag a few.
Next one,
Yeah, go.
Spurs, Southampton. Is that written the right way? Either way, we'd win, home and away. Southampton.
Yes, it's written the right way.
Boring.
I've got that one right.
We're coming in hot from a good pre-season. Rotated the most of our players, so yeah, big win, 3-0.
Yeah, I would agree that you'll get the job done over Southampton. Southampton's another one that, what are they doing here? Like,
Yeah,
they kind of just
I
hanging
love
around.
versing Southampton.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind them.
They're one
No,
of
I'm
those-
sure you
they're
just
one of
buy their
those-
players.
Yeah, we
at
signed
buy.
half their team, so
Yeah.
I got to like them.
Um,
Chelsea, Everton. Frank
Chelsea.
returns to Stamford Bridge and gets done
Chelsea.
5-0.
Everton. Well, I think it's a tough start for both teams, really.
I think
I
that's
think Chelsea are struggling, so it'll be what in my notes here. I just think Chelsea aren't ready for the start of the season, and this is where Everton can prove that they're not the Spurs of 1990s. Like, just go there and lose. Like, you go to Everton and you just win. If they come out and start swinging, put up a bit of a fight at least. You know what I mean? Like, not just go out there and get trounced like 3-0 and just like, all right, this is the new Everton now.
I don't think Chelsea will have a good year, but I can't see Everton beating them.
no.
Nah,
I think Chelsea
they
win
both
that
had terrible pre-seasons.
They have.
Like, it's shocking. Like, so
That's the late game. Too. I
That's
think
the game you just don't want to tune into.
2:30 a.m. on the Sunday morning, so
Yeah.
no one will be watching it.
Yeah, I just won't be. I don't think I'll be getting up for that one. Then we got Man U, Brighton.
I think United have.
Yeah, United have
that.
got that covered. City, City over West Ham, easy. Oh, I don't know, easy, because if that's like it's West Ham at home, I'm pretty sure.
You
Let
can't.
me double
I don't
check
know. It's
here.
hard, isn't it? It seems you just can't not back them in that one, really.
You have to back City to
Like-
start the season, and then that's like you got. Who else have we got there?
We got Newcastle,
not
Forest.
Forest.
Bit of
Well,
a roughie. I think Forest will do them. I really do. I think first game back up. I think that they're going to be absolutely pumped for it. I think they've made a lot of good signings.
okay,
And,
it's away.
I agree. I think
it's away.
first game back.
You're putting big tickets on Nottingham Forest. Like,
We're talking. It's Newcastle here.
did they win the championship?
No.
Exactly. Like,
But they
it's not
did
like they just
come-
flew up in a fucking.
No, but they were when their manager, whose name I have forgotten, which is terrible because he was a Liverpool academy coach. for a
Oh
bit.
dear.
They were
I need
coming
the laptop up here so we can Google
18th,
it.
19th, something like
Yeah,
that.
they had a shocking start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he came in and I think on their form they would have won from when he came in.
Okay,
Yeah, definitely.
All
So
right.
I can see him doing well.
Yeah, I think Newcastle will get the job done there. I think Newcastle will be one of those like pain in the arse sides this year that will beat the smaller teams and give everyone else a bit of a headache when you have to go there. You know what I mean? Bournemouth, Villa. Well, as we said, we think Villa's going to have a
Yeah.
pretty decent season. You'd want to hope they're doing the Bournemouths
Yeah,
if
easy.
they're going to be going down.
Yeah, definitely. I think they need to, like, in all honesty. I think that with the signings that they've made, Gerrard at the helm, the size of the club that they are, if they want to make that step up, and
Yeah.
which they do, I
Yep.
think that they have to be going and beating someone like Bournemouth.
Yeah,
I don't think that they have any
definitely.
excuses. That can't be just like, oh, we'll get a point and be happy with it. They need to be beating them.
Yeah, for sure. Leeds Wolves, another one you don't really want to tune in.
No, terrible. But
I don't think Wolves will be that great this year either.
They dropped off big time.
Yeah.
End of last season.
I think that could be a 0-0 there.
Oh, I like the predictions.
I do like a 0-0
You do.
in a tip.
You are good at picking a draw. I'll give you that.
You just find the most boring
There's
game
been
of
a
the
few
week.
multis out there where you've thrown a draw and it's gotten up.
Just got to chuck them in.
What's that last one?
That's Leicester and Brentford.
Another boring one.
Leicester, that's one we didn't really speak about. They've kind of just dropped off in the last few seasons.
They need to keep hold of Madison.
They need to keep hold of Madison. Do we speak about Brendan Rodgers? If they don't do that great this year, he's obviously not in a job, surely.
Yeah.
They
lost Kasper Schmeichel.
Yeah, he's gone.
It's a big loss,
That's
I
a
think.
massive loss.
That is
so
big.
they're gonna.
At some
that's
point
a
they've
good
gotta-
shout for Leicester. Only holding on just too.
Well, they
Lost
could
some
be
good
wrong,
players.
But I haven't heard of any big signings that they've made to replace some of these guys. And Vardy's not getting younger.
No.
He was such an integral part of when they won the title.
Yeah,
and
he's
Champions League
always good for
pushes.
goals though. He's
good.
It's like he's Benjamin Button. He's going in reverse.
Yeah.
It's all the Red Bull.
So you never know with them.
Red Bulls and Durries for Brecky. That's what he used to have, didn't he?
Yeah,
I think he said that when he started.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
He looked
Same
like
as,
it too.
David James from Pompey
yeah.
used to go in the half time and smoke a pack of durries and have a jolly old time. Yeah, well,
All right.
that's the first podcast,
Very
Average
good.
Aussies Premier League show. We've done it. After all the talk and all the planning, we finally managed to do it, fellas. It's been a bloody pleasure.
Thanks, mate. I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Thank you both.
Heath.
It's been great.
Hopefully we have old Jakey boy here next week. And
Yes. He has been missed.
yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, show your friends, show your family, show your mum. She might like it. You never know. I don't know why.
Okay, Ro.
I don't know why. Yeah, say hi to your mum for me. We don't even have a sign off yet. We need to get some kind of cool sign off. But
We'll have it by next week.
yeah, hopefully you'll see us again next week. We'll
If we
go
can
over.
get the funding.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
anyone's got any sponsors out there, hit us up. We're always keen for free stuff.
If you got any mates as well that are average Aussies that love the Prem,
Send them over
send
this
them our way.
Yeah, send them our way.
We'll be back next week. Hopefully we'll be able to discuss a massive Arsenal victory, flying. But yeah, we'll be back to review the games and whatnot. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching.
Catch you next week.
Catch
See you
us.
then.